This documentary, The Saga of a Braveheart, a biopic on Lieutenant Colonel Ajit V. Bhandarkar, is a pilot project. And I'm grateful to Ms. Maya Chandra, who has come up with this great idea.
Namaskar viewers, very welcome to Metamorphes once again. Metamorphes is a volunteer initiative which is non-political, non-religious and non-profit. We are looking at serving the nation post having shed the uniform from the great Indian Armed Forces. As we wrap up another year, I would say, that has been so very difficult for all the people around the world. I wish and hope that 2022 brings hope, health, peace, and prosperity. I take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear viewers, to wish you all an extremely happy, blessed, and prosperous 2022. We are here again. I hand you over to Shakunthala. Shakunthala, please.
Thank you, General Anuj. I'm very happy to have with us Ms. Maya Chandra, the founder director of Maya Films. She has around 25 years of experience crafting and creating beautiful films. And to add to her credit, she is going to do this documentary, The Saga of a Braveheart. We are happy to have Ms. Maya with us, who has come back to India after completing her master's from Emerson College, Boston. She wanted to give back to our country, and that's how she is here in Namma Bengaluru, making wonderful films, crafting beautiful ideas, and depicting it in a form of a storytelling mode. And she is helping us with the direction and production of this documentary, a biopic on my dear husband, Lieutenant Colonel Ajit V. Bhandarkar, Shaurya Chakra. We at Metamorphs, as viewers, you all know, is an initiative of veterans who are helping the Veer Naris and also enabling them to move forward in their lives. We at Metamorphs have also initiated this wonderful program of doing short films on the Bravehearts and the Veer Naris. This documentary, The Saga of a Braveheart, a biopic on Lieutenant Colonel Ajit V. Bhandarkar, is a pilot project. And I'm grateful to Ms. Maya Chandra, who has come up with this great idea. Now, over to General Anuj Mathur.
Welcome, Ms. Maya. It is a great pleasure interacting with you. Swadharma pe chavekshna vikampitum marhasi dharm yad yuddhachre yodan kshatriyasya navidyate. It's a slok in Gita which says that while considering your duty as a warrior, you should not falter, because there is no greater good for a soldier than a battle enjoined by duty for righteousness. Lieutenant Colonel Ajit V. Bhandarkar was an exact example of what a soldier has to do. A great friend, a housemate. We have shared many number of years, many number of events, many number of courses we have done together. Almost every course me and Ajit did together. Be it the Young Officers course, be it the Staff College course, be it the Junior Command course, be it anything. While doing the staff course also, we lived in a house which were facing each other wall to wall. What a dear friend. Today we are not talking only of one Braveheart who gave his life in the line of duty, who gave his life to save this nation from the evil spirits, but also we are talking of all such soldiers, sung or unsung, cutting across the nation, cutting across the religious affinities, cutting across the linguistic affinities and the regions. This great army lives by that slok of Gita, that thou should not falter. There is no greater good for a soldier than battle enjoined by duty. Today we have Ms. Maya. Ms. Maya, can I ask you a very simple question? Because he was a dear friend, but there were so many dear friends. There are so many lives this army has lost over a period of so many years, be it First World War, Second World War, even before that, even after. So I just want to ask you, what prompted you to sort of create a documentary or a film on my dear friend Ajit Bhandarkar?
Jai Hind, and thank you for inviting me on Metamorphs and doing this interview with me. It's in fact a very proud and honorable work that I feel that I have taken up to do this documentary on Ajit Bhandarkar. Shakunthala has been a dear friend to me, and we've known each other for many, many years now, because earlier we did work on a documentary on Veer Naris, and we portrayed 5 Veer Naris in a documentary called Borders Create Widows. And that was the first time that I was exposed to what are the real life experiences of the people who lose their loved ones in the battles. And it was something that has been on my mind and my heart and my soul, because these are the sacrifices that each and every one of us in India must remember and cherish and pay our tributes to. And this is why when Shakunthala told me that she's writing a book on her dear husband, I said, why not do a documentary? And that would bring out the absolute real life story in a very different way. Let's create this documentary. And the book actually, the fact that she was writing the book was greatly inspiring to me, because these are the lives that need to be documented and need to be presented to the young generation of India, where they need to get inspired, they need to get motivated, and they need to build that sense of patriotism in them, that this is the sacrifice, these are the sacrifices that go into making of this great nation called India. And that is what really, really prompted me to do this documentary. And I told Shakunthala that let us work on this documentary. And that's how it all began. And I got involved, and the more and more I learned about Ajit Bhandarkar, the more it inspired me to go deeper and deeper into this story and understand the different facets that went into making of his life, and finally the sacrifice that happened. So the documentary started off small, but it grew much bigger. And today we've kept a very big canvas for this documentary. And we're very proud that it has grown with us, and the story is building on. And we are very excited that now it's come to this stage and it's soon going to be released. And it was in fact Shakunthala and her whole motivation that prompted me to do this.
Oh, that's great. That is great. Actually, there is a positive need for people to know. I always have been believing that a true patriot need not necessarily be wearing uniform. He need not necessarily be a soldier on a border or fighting. A true patriot is anyone who does anything in any field, anywhere in the country, but with only one thing in mind: nation first.
So, dear viewers, I would like to tell you something more about Maya Chandra. I had met her initially during her shoot for the film in the school, Sainik School, Bijapur, where Ajit had studied. We had met her there, and along with my mother-in-law, she interviewed us, and her interview was so very, empathizing, trying to make my mother-in-law comfortable, and not just asking us questions, trying to understand us, trying to, inquire about my family, the kids and all. That really touched me. And we continued with our relationship. And in the sense, we continue to be in touch with her. And, that's how we have grown as friends also. We have bonded. And then this movie is just a tribute to the martyrs and to our friendship, I must say.
Yes, I agree, Shakunthala, because Sainik School, Bijapur was, my first exposure to anything actual real life Sainik issue. And when we were shooting there, we really understood what goes into the initial foundation of making of a soldier. And that is when I first learned about Ajit Bhandarkar, and I met you and your mother-in-law there. And it really, kind of stayed in our minds and hearts. Me and my entire team, I would say, we were very, very inspired by this whole thing, and it exposed a whole new world for us in terms of what a film can actually do to make a difference for this topic and subject.
So now, Maya, coming to the shooting of the documentary, we have traveled across right from Kashmir to, to Chennai or to Wellington, I must say.
Yes.
So, how was it, your visit to Faisalabad in particular, where the operation of Ajit took place? And please share your experiences with our viewers.
I think traveling to Jammu and to Faisalabad, Suranpur, that whole area, I just can't explain what I feel about that. And I think, going by, what we have experienced, and we went to the exact spot where Ajit Bhandarkar Shaurya Chakra was martyred, and standing in that place, believe me, I mean, there was a mix of emotions. There was a rush of emotions for me. It was not empathy. It was something that was far bigger and greater. There was a sense of openness in my mind and my heart of what really goes on in this, in the lives of soldiers, in the lives of our armed forces, how they stand there and guard our borders, guard ourselves, guard the entire nation, and keep us all safe and happy, isn't it? So, I mean, going to Faisalabad, I think, was a big life-changing moment for us, for both me and my team, which came with us, and we shot at different locations, and we actually understood how that particular, the last operation with which Lieutenant Colonel Bhandarkar led actually happened, and what really went into the last when he laid down his life. And it was fascinating, I would say, to listen to the exact same informants and people who had seen this operation way back in 1999, and they were with us, and we were there at that location. And it was a life-changing moment, both for me and for the documentary. And that sums up, I think, what I felt about it.
Yes, Maya, when we had been there, and when we met all the villagers there, and when we saw the kids playing around and leading a very happy life, I truly felt that Ajit's sacrifice has not gone in vain, and people are grateful to the Indian Army for all their support and for protecting them from all the national elements.
Yeah, I think that was one of the very interesting aspects. We just didn't go to the location and just come back, but we spoke to the people there. We have interviewed a series of people, the common man and the elderly people and the younger people of that valley, and how the valley has actually changed from those days of conflict, those days of terror, to the days of peace and harmony today, with which the families and the generations of families live in that valley. And I think that was a real, learning experience for all of us, which made us feel that, yeah, every sacrifice does not go in vain. I mean, I think that's, there's a mix of emotions when I say that, but I think when we listen to the young generation of that particular area speak, I understood that there's been such a massive transformation socially, culturally, politically, economically in that region. And this is all due to our armed forces and the respect with which they have for the armed forces and the work that they put in, even to this day. I mean, I could see it in the eyes and the hearts of the people there. And I think that's a very, very proud moment for all of us to understand from where to where we have come and the role of the Indian Army in all this.
So, dear viewers, I hope you like this video as much as we like putting it for you. Do like, subscribe, and comment if you have any other topics of discussion. And please do watch us till the end. We have some more interesting information about the documentary.
Maya, thank you very much. It's been real pleasure listening to you. The very fact that you brought out a tremendous transformation that has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir. It is actually, I've spent a lot of time there. I've spent lots and lots of time. So has the head Ajit did till whatever time that Braveheart was with us. We have seen this transformation actually taking place on ground. The point is that unfortunately, not enough attention was being given to the development of the area. So it is a combination of what the army does, armed forces do, and what the government does when it comes to economic upliftment and the development of the area. I think you put it across in an absolutely outstanding manner. I hope and wish this documentary comes out really well, and this documentary will be really highly valued by the viewers.
If I can just add on one more statement.
Yeah.
In terms of the larger goal of this documentary, which I have envisioned and which I have discussed with Shakunthala also, the documentary is a biopic. For all practical purposes, it's a biopic. But the larger message in this is the fact that here is a Braveheart, and he is one shining example of the many Bravehearts who keep on giving their lives to this nation. And what does this story have to do to me? It has to make me respect the Indian Army. It has to make me respect what the armed forces are. And it has to make me respect and honor and love my country, my countrymen, and the guys and the brave hearts who guard our borders and who stand there for our safety and the safety of the next generation of India. And I think the larger purpose of this documentary is that, and it's not just a biopic. That is what I want to say. Ajit Bhandarkar is a shining example of a brave heart among many brave hearts.
Absolutely, Maya, you've said it very rightly. I would just add one line to it, that besides what you said the documentary would do, also I would like the people to learn that a soldier, when he stands on the border or fights a terrorist, has only one thing on his mind, and that one thing is nation, our great Bharat, and nothing else. So that is one thing which I said a little while ago also, that do what you want, be where you are, but do it to the best of your ability with only one thing uppermost in your mind, that is your nation. Nation first, character must, and that is it.
Maya, we still have one more question for you.
Okay.
So this is the last part of our session. And I would request General Anuj also to add on if he has some points. So what now, you have seen the army life and you have now interacted with all of us. And so what is your message to our viewers, to our generation, younger generation who are watching us? So can you please share your message?
Yeah, we have seen a lot of army life during this 1 year of the documentary production, which we have gone through. We've seen right from the way the boy is inducted into the army, that is Sainik school, and how the whole thing comes through with the training, the OTA, the NDA, and everywhere else. We've had a fantastic experience. While we were shooting Veer Naris, also we went to the Belgaum unit and we saw the training over there. So I think the message is the fact that we have to and must and should respect everybody in the armed forces. And these are the guys who have given up their own lives, given up their families, given up, what they hold dearly to come and hold Bharat up front for us. And I think this is a message which we have learned. I've learned the discipline of the Indian Army. I've learned the genial manner in which the officers are treating us, and the way we were all taken into, confidence, and given that extraordinary support for doing this documentary. It's not been easy, I think, for Shakunthala and for Metamorphs team to give us the logistical support for doing this documentary. And I think it has taken an extraordinary amount of effort for coordination, for getting their permissions, and for, I think everybody saw that this documentary, there is some reason and some larger value in this documentary. And that's the reason why every single person on ground and who we've met and logistical support has been extraordinary. I think when we were traveling in Jammu and Surankot and Faisalabad and Mandi and all those people, I mean, I can't imagine the amount of support we got, and just for doing this documentary. And I cannot, it's been overwhelming. And I think this is a platform where I want to thank each and everybody who have held our hand, who have supported us, and who have made, if I wanted to shoot in the location, Shaku made it possible. And the entire team there at Faisalabad made it possible. And it was a wish for me. I mean, this bucket list keeps on increasing, and I keep telling Shakunthala, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And then she keeps making it happen. And, it's just amazing how things fell into place and are still falling into place. And, that is one thing that has been so very motivating for me and my team. My team has been extraordinarily motivated by all the story, by the entire context of it, and by the thrills and the challenges that this documentary has given us. And my whole team Maya, I think is wholeheartedly needs to thank Metamorphs and all the people out there who have made this possible. And we still have a couple of months to go till the release, and the documentary is just taking on different shapes and different views and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we're just keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that this is going to be the one, what do I say, benchmark for a real life documentary. And I would thank each and everyone for it.
Well, very well. I think it would eventually be a benchmark. I'm absolutely sure about it, because I'll tell you what you really want. What you really want in life is available an inch outside your comfort zone and an inch inside your effort zone. And when your effort is pious, when your effort is genuine, I'm sure what you produce is always the best. And I'm sure, very sure, the documentary will come out the way we want it to be. Very well done. And thank you very much, Maya. It has been extraordinary interacting with you. Good luck and best wishes.
Thank you. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.